I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. Now I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 50. I am your host, Ben Hostler, and it is Friday, April 21st. I got a question for you guys in the chat. Is the beam lit? I want to know, is the beam lit or is it out? Because finally, the Golden State Warriors came through for us in dominant fashion without Draymond Green, without Gary Payton II. Absolutely destroyed the Sacramento Kings. I'm not sure how you would have any faith in the Kings winning on the road with how they looked last night. I know they didn't shoot the ball very well from three, but the beam was not lit last night. I think that, oh man, I think I have more faith, which you guys can disagree with me if you want, but I think I have more faith in the Warriors winning Game 5 or Game 7 on the road than I do the Sacramento Kings winning a game in Golden State based off how they looked last night. I could be wrong on that. You guys can disagree if you think it's going to go 5-6 games, whatever. But I think I have more faith in the Warriors taking a 5 or a 7 in Sacramento than I do Sacramento winning in Golden State. So what's your guys' thoughts on that? But welcome into the show. We're going to talk about today's best bets. Another great day yesterday. We were on the Warriors. We hit the Cody Bellinger. Did I not tell you guys Cody Bellinger was going to hit a home run? Some sports betting is hard. Winning consistently for 99.9% of the population is hard. Sometimes it doesn't have to be hard. Cody Bellinger hitting a 420-foot home run on 420. I mean, that just if you don't believe in that some things are meant to be, I mean that these stories write themselves. It is hard, but sometimes it doesn't always have to be hard. Because I told you guys yesterday he was going to hit a home run. We went 1-1 in premium MLB picks. NHL parlay hit yesterday. We had Toronto and Colorado on the money line. It was like plus 220 or something, or plus 129 or something. That hit, and the NBA teaser, third day in a row, we hit an NBA teaser yesterday. People want me to run it back today. I don't love these games. This is the worst day of NBA, in my opinion, relative to the other days. I just don't love these series. Like Nuggets Timberwolves is really weird to me, and Celtics Hawks is also really weird to me. We also talked yesterday about the weirdness that was going to go down in the Nets and 76ers game, and some weirdness certainly went down. What is going on in the NBA? I mean, we've been talking about this the last few days. What is going on? So the Sixers ended up covering. They covered the -4.5 at the end of the game on that like turnover or whatever. But I mean, Embiid should have got kicked out early in that game relative to the NBA standards of kicking guys out, and then they throw James Harden out. James Harden did not uh, deserve to get thrown out. But what is with the sack shots from these NBA players? Like Embiid tried to kick Claxton in the sack. Like he didn't connect, but that was like that's what he was trying to do. And then Harden gets thrown out for it. Like, what is going on with these guys trying to hit people in the sack? I feel like we're at least where I'm from, like playing sports, like a low blow like that, like you don't do that really. So I'm confused. I'm also confused why people were saying that Harden getting ejected was I don't think he should have got ejected for that. But he still like it was a shot at the sack. Like where I'm from, you don't really do that. So I'm confused why all these guys are doing it all of a sudden. I want to talk about why people think Embiid should have not got ejected because he doesn't have the same reputation as Draymond. That's a complete and utter just farce because Joel Embiid gets technicals and flagrants. He does stuff all the time. Like if you actually watch basketball, he does that stuff all the time, and he always gets like he should be anything for him as opposed to Draymond. I think my internet's lagging, so apologies for that. I think I cut out for a second, but we should be back now. I don't understand why. I don't understand why the scenario should be any different for Embiid than Draymond. It's just ridiculous. But I agree that Harden should not have got thrown out. Where I come from, you get punched in the face. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Pull up the predictor. Facebook user, we will pull up the predictor, yes. We're going to go through the games. We're going to start NBA. I don't know if I'm going to put a teaser in for you guys. If I do, we might do like I want to do Hawks and Timberwolves. Maybe like a 6-pointer, something like that. Hawks, Timberwolves, I think would be the move for that. You guys can see the live trends tool on the page here. You can access this tool every single day. Yesterday, we saw weirdness going on in that Sixers game. There could be some more weirdness going on tonight. I'm not saying the Hawks are going to win. I'm not saying the Hawks are going to cover. I'm just saying weird things happen when there's so much money on the Celtics tonight. So much money. Literally everyone is on the Celtics tonight. Weird stuff could go on in this game because of that. So that's all I'll say. I would put the Hawks in a teaser. If you could tease them up to like 11.5 or something, I could get down on that. Cavs, Knicks, this should be a great game. In the Garden, prime time. Knicks were not a great home team this year. Cavs weren't a great road team. I think my play for that game for sure is that on under 211.5 looks really good to me in the Cavs Knicks game. I like the under 211.5 for sure. That's my play there. I don't know who's going to win. Who do you guys think is going to win, Cavs or Knicks? I think it can go either way. Knicks were not great at home this year, but I think the under is definitely a strong move there. One person said Knicks, one person said Cavs. Someone else say who they're going to win so we can be the decider. End of the night, Nuggets, Wolves, no idea. Nuggets have not been playing that great, in my opinion. I could see the Wolves, I guess, maybe taking the game. I don't know. I could see the Wolves. The Nuggets have not played amazingly. I pulled the predictor up. So if you guys want access to that's the good thing. You don't have to come on the stream and tell me, hey, pull the predictor up. If you sign up, you get access right on your phone if you download the Bet Karma app. I haven't put in any NBA props for today. I don't know. Is there any props you guys like? I think Evan Mobley, again, like Evan Mobley has played so good defensively in this series through 2 games. He's held Julius Randle to like 25% shooting when he's guarded him. Absolutely amazing on the defensive end. he has not had a good game offensively yet. He still didn't even shoot. He had like 11 points last game, I think, with a couple free throws at the end. Has not played good offensively, been missing shots. I would assume he's going to have a big game offensively at some point, but I don't really think I'm confident enough to bet on him again, even though the predictor, I'm looking at PRAs right here. Predictor likes him over 27. I don't know if I'm confident enough to do it. Predictor loves him over fantasy points. Over fantasy points, I would be fine taking Mobley on that. I just don't know about scoring. I think Donovan Mitchell will have a better offensive game than he did. Not better, but I think he's going to be more aggressive looking to score. Just being in MSG with that crowd and stuff, I think he'll play into that. So I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know who I think will win. I think it's going to go under that 211.5. But I think Mitchell. We had a little small dabble on Mitchell to score 40 plus in the first game. He scored 38. You could take a small shot on that again, maybe for. I'm assuming it's pretty high odds. Let me see here. Plus 700. I don't mind a small, I wouldn't put anything crazy on it. That's like a 0.1 unit shot, but I do think Donovan Mitchell is going to come out aggressive tonight. I'll be curious to see if the Cavs start Isaac Okoro. They started him last game. He only played a few minutes. He checked out and never came back in the game. I don't think they want to start Karis LeVert being here in Northeast Ohio. So that's my boots on the ground take. I think they like bringing Karis LeVert off the bench, even though he played really well last game. And I don't think they want to start Jetty Osman. So I do think Okoro will probably start. But if you're going to, I don't even know if they have if you're playing fantasy tonight, the over or the under on him, I think would be good. I wouldn't be looking to play him in my fantasy lineups. I don't think they even lifted props for him because of this, but I think if he starts, it could be another situation where, he doesn't come back in after he checks out. So I would be avoiding Okoro for fantasy purposes. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to touch this last game of the night. If you guys have any props you'd like to talk about, you can go ahead and ask. I'm going to move over to MLB. And as far as NBA goes, my bet today for NBA is the under 211.5 in the Cavs next game. I feel pretty confident in that number. I think it'll be a low scoring game. I think it'll be a close game. So I'm going with the under 211.5 in that game. Let's move over to baseball. I'm going to go back to the live trends tool here. We'll talk through some of these games. In terms of MLB picks that I'm going to give out, I like the Orioles today. We got them last night in a parlay. The line definitely moved down throughout the day, but I like the Orioles a good bit today. I like the Twins, but I don't know if the game is going to play. So it's really, really cold in Minnesota. There's some snow in the forecast. So I don't know if that game's going to play. If that game does play, I do like the Twins. They're minus 235, though, so I'm not laying that by itself. I like to parlay it with something. You can put it with one of the NBA or NHL teams you like. Or what we did was we parlayed the Twins with the Orioles. We got it at plus 135 last night. It's plus 121 now, but I'm still fine with it at plus money. Twins, Orioles, I like those two plays a lot. But let's go through some of these games. Starting off, Reds, Pirates. I don't know. I actually respect these pitchers a little bit here. Keller, I don't think is that bad. Graham Ashcraft, I think, is actually legitimately good. Pirates have been red hot. You guys know we've been on the Pirates a lot this year. Pirates have been red hot. I don't really want to bet them against Ashcraft at minus 145. You could look for an in-game bet here, but I don't really have any leans there. I'm avoiding that game. Tampa Bay Rays, White Sox, kind of like a bullpen day for the Rays, and then we have Kopech on the mound for the White Sox. Kopech has not looked good at all this season. You can see a little bit of sharp money on the Rays there, tons of money on the Rays. I think the Rays, I don't have a bet here, but I would lean towards the Rays in this spot for sure. Have not liked what I've seen from Kopech this year. Rockies, Phillies. Phillies busted a lot of people's parlays last night with the Rockies coming in there and taking that game. We avoided that landmine. They're minus 315 today with Aaron Nola on the mound. I think the Phillies will probably win the game, but definitely not touching any minus 315. In baseball, don't really have anything on the total. There's some sharp money on the over there. You can see 82% of the money, but only 67% of the bets. So definitely some big bets on the over, but don't have a strong lean there. Orioles, we talked about. I like the Orioles tonight. Yankees Blue Jays is an interesting one. Domingo Germán, Yusei Kikuchi. Kikuchi has really struggled with the Yankees in his career. He's been actually better through his first couple starts this year, but still really bad against right-handed power. The Yankees, it's not as much with Stanton out of the lineup, but they do have plenty of right-handed power. So lean Yankees in that spot. But we also don't know what's going on with Germán. So there's been a lot of rumors of Domingo Germán with the sticky stuff on his hands. He hasn't gotten really in trouble for it yet, but we just saw Max Scherzer get in trouble the other day, even though Max Scherzer didn't do anything. So I would probably avoid betting on the Yankees just because I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe you could look to bet the Yankees in game if they go down a run or something. But I lean Yankees to win, but I'm avoiding the situation because I don't know what's going on with Germán. Don't want anything weird to happen with him getting tossed out of the game or something, but it's a good spot. Marlins Guardians, we got the under 8.5 on this game. It's down to 7.5. It's down a full run. It's going to be rainy and windy, wind blowing in Cleveland. I don't have a lean on the game. I wouldn't touch under 7.5, but I don't have a huge lean there. The Guardians at times can struggle with this sort of pitching. I actually think Garrett is pretty decent. And I wouldn't be shocked. Like the Guardians rather can struggle with left-handed pitching. 287 combined WOBA for their lineup since the start of last year. Pretty bad. On the other side, like, are the Marlins a great offense against righties? No. So I think that further evidence is why we like the under on top of the weather. But I don't want to bet on the Guardians here. They struggle with lefties. I don't normally bet on them against lefties. Astros, Braves, I definitely lean Astros here. You can see there's some sharp money coming on them. Most of the money's on the Braves, but I think this is a much better spot for the Astros. They have the clear pitching edge here. Hunter Brown is much better and projects much better than Elder. And overall, if you look at the Atlanta lineup, as good as the Atlanta Braves are, since the start of last season against right-handed pitching, this lineup 290 combined WOBA, not really, really good. Not as good as you would think. So Houston has a slight lineup edge against right-handed pitching, and they have a clear pitching edge, in my opinion. So I lean Astros here for the full game. Definitely lean Astros for the first 5 innings if you want to put something in there. I like the Astros a good bit tonight. A's and Rangers. I don't have a play here, but I would definitely lean Rangers. Sears is not as bad as people think. He's one of Oakland's better pitchers. Gray is good, but I'm not laying minus 210. Even though the A's are horrible, I'm not denying that, but I'm just not laying minus 210 on anybody, let alone John Gray. It's not like this is Ohtani or Max Scherzer or something like that. So avoid here, but I lean that the Rangers probably win the game. Twins Nationals, we talked about sketchy weather. I don't know if the game's going to play. If it does play, like the Twins a lot, but you need to parlay them at minus 230. Tough to bet that straight. Yeah. Red Sox, Brewers, no lean here. Some sharp money on the under, some money on the Red Sox. If you guys have a play here, you can ask about it, but I don't really have anything there. Royals, Angels, minus 280 for the Angels. That's a big line. It is Ohtani against the Royals. Ohtani should mow them down 100%. The Royals lineup has been horrible. Ohtani should be fully rested. He's coming off a start in which he only threw a couple innings because of that big rain delay the other day. So definitely lean Angels here. Cannot bet them at minus 280. You could look to parlay the Angels with something if you want because of that line, but I definitely think the Angels win. I understand that 1% sharp on the Royals is just because the Angels aren't that great. After Ohtani, like their bullpen is pretty bad. So, you think if the Royals can keep it a close score until they get to the bullpen, they might have a little bit of an edge relative to those odds. But I definitely think the Angels win here. I think Ohtani should have a big night. I think you could ladder. You could maybe look at an alternate line for Ohtani K's, but it's just so steamed up. I mean, it's only like plus 300 for 10 plus, which I don't love, but I do think he could go double digit strikeouts tonight. So maybe Ohtani 10 plus Ks would be my play from this game at like plus 300. I think that's a little bit interesting. He should have a pretty good start. Padres Diamondbacks. This is another one. We got the over 8.5 here, up a full run. This is why you sign up for the premium. 2 different plays. The 2 plays I gave out last night, we got a full run of CLV on. We got this at 8.5. It's at 9.5 now. They're opening the roof in Arizona. I do think there'll be offense here. The Padres have gotten to Gallen a few times in his career. Earlier this season they did. Lugo is pretty solid, but the Diamondbacks are sneaky, which we've talked about all season. It's easy for them to manufacture runs because they don't need to hit home runs. They single, they steal, they walk, they steal. Like everyone in their lineup's running. It's really easy for them to get some runs. So I do like the over in that game, but I wouldn't bet it at 9.5 since we got it at 8.5. Finishing up with the last 2 games of the night, Cardinals, Mariners, Mats versus Kirby. Mariners have a big pitching edge here. I think that I would lean Mariners, but I don't love betting against the Cardinals. Cardinals lineup has my respect. I don't love to bet against them, but I definitely lean Mariners. Definitely lean Mariners first 5 innings as well, just with the pitching edge towards them. And then the last game of the night, Mets, Giants. Don't love anything here. I think I would pick Giants if I was going to pick one team, but that about does it. All right, that's the full baseball slate, full basketball slate. If you guys have any further questions, someone asked about Cavs and Knicks props. I don't have any props that I took for that game. If I was going to bet on anyone in that game, it would be on Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson. I don't want to touch Randall. He has really struggled against Mobley, and I don't really see that changing. Unless he gets really hot from 3, I think it'll be tough for him to score a ton. So I wouldn't really want to bet on him. Brunson can definitely have a good game. And I think Donovan Mitchell will have a good game scoring. So that's the 2 guys I would look at in that game. If you guys missed the pick earlier for NBA, Cavs, Knicks under 211.5. We're going with that. For MLB, we're going Twins, Orioles moneyline parlay, but I don't know if that Twins game's going to play. So just be wary. If you put that in, you might just end up with the Orioles straight, but which is fine because I like the Orioles today anyways. So that's pretty much my plays for today. I'm going to take a small dabble on Ohtani 10 plus strikeouts, I think. Home run props, I wrote the article today. You can go check that out at betkarma.com. I wrote up someone in the Yankees game that I think is going to hit a home run tonight. And I also gave out an NHL pick in the Discord, betkarmachat.com, if you want access for that. But that about does it. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern is when we do this show. So I'll be back on Monday to recap the weekend. Hopefully it's a good weekend in terms of winning money. So good luck with your guys' bets tonight, and I'll see you guys on Monday.